Thanks for your time. Time for Fashion Watch. Use the hashtag Fashion Watch. Send in your style-related questions, your comments, and indeed your tweet pics. Tell us where you've been. Do you like what you wore? Are you not too sure about what you wore? Send in your style-related questions with a tweet pic to our panel of experts, and we will critique that for you. Thank you so much for your time. Fashion Watch continues this evening, as is the case every Saturday, right here on Citizen Weekend. Our panel of experts is in studio with us this evening. Let me introduce them to you. Ian Bogwa, one of our resident panelists on the Fashion Watch. He is a thespian, he's a director, a music teacher, and of course your celebrated judge on Tusker Project fame. Also with us is award-winning fashion journalist Carol Odero. She is our resident panelist here. She knows matters fashion and will be critiquing the fashion trends we'll be bringing you tonight. And also with us is Robert Burale. Nice jacket. Yeah. Robert Burale, motivational speaker and image consultant. And of course the lovely Annabelle Onyango, celebrity fashion stylist, with us on the show every Saturday right here on Citizen TV. We're starting with Mr. President Uhuru Kenyatta tonight, and I think this is not a look we're too familiar with on him. He went pink, and not a lot of guys dare to go pink. So the question here is this a win? Is this a fail? Is it time guys move away from the conventional and go with the brighter feminine colors? Annabelle, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it's interesting to see a president doing dress-down Fridays, I guess, casual Fridays. Pink is, for sure, real men wear pink. I just feel like if a man is going to wear pink, then there needs to be a little more structure to the pink. And I think, especially for a president, I think when we see him wearing sort of these loosey-goosey linens, especially in pink, I feel like he's on the edge here. Also with linen, you really have to watch linen, because when you sit down with linen, it loses its structure, and then it tends to look a little bit messy, and I think that's what we're seeing here. And that's why I feel like if you're going to go with pink and you're a man, keep it structured. You know, wear a collar, make it a button-down shirt, keep it crisp and clean.
Okay. Robert, people would argue that you're wearing a feminine color tonight. Maybe not. What do you think about pink on men? Would you wear pink? And your thoughts on this look?
I actually have some pink shirts, and I think as long as a man is not pink on the inside, wearing a pink shirt is absolutely okay. In fact, it shows that a man is very confident with himself, and I think the president looks absolutely fantastic. It's easy, and you know what happens if he had gone for this function in a straight jacket suit, he would make the other people, the guests, feel not very comfortable. But this is a non-verbal way of saying, I'm easy, I'm with you guys. And pink, I think it looks absolutely fantastic, because the trouser is a dark-colored trouser.
And this is during the IAAF World Championships. He hosted the teams for breakfast at State House. Carol, men in pink, your thoughts?
Well, he was hosting this, you know, it's his house and their youth, so he was probably looking for something more vibrant and something younger. That's not going to be so, I am the president and you are the young kids who I am here to inspire. I just feel, again, like Annabelle said, that this choice of fabric was probably not the best for this, because when you wear linen, then at some point it stops looking as crisp and as fresh as it would be. And then if you compound the pink and the linen, then it makes the look have this aspect of not being well thought out, like he didn't know how the fabric was going to behave before he got it.
Okay. Yeah. And finally, Ian.
Pink, lovely color, but like the lady said, not in this material.
Not in linen.
No.
Okay, so what do you think, guys? Use the hashtag Fashion Watch and tell us, are you a guy? Do you wear pink sometimes? Are you not sure about wearing pink? If the president is, I mean, if the head of state can wear pink, then surely you too can. Let us know your thoughts. Up next, let's take a look at what was happening. This is Lupita Nyong'o. Very formal look here, structured. Let me start with you, Robert. What do you think about this?
I'm going gaga. This is absolutely executive. I mean, the lady would go into a board meeting like this, go for an evening dinner, remove her coat, maybe have a scarf, and still not look out of place. Now, this is what is the epitome of what dressing is all about, and I think she looks absolutely fantastic. Right color, and kudos to Lupita. 10 over 10, without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay. Annabelle, tell us about this look with the button at the top and the skirt with the overlap. Tell us about this look, what Lupita is wearing.
Yeah, we talk about skirt suits a lot, especially in relation to first ladies, and how skirt suits can be reinterpreted in a million different ways depending on who your stylist is. What I like about this look is it has a perspective, and the perspective here to me is color, or the lack of color. I like the fact that it's monochrome, there's no color from head to knee, and then she has a bold pop of color in her shoe. I think that's really sophisticated. But I will say that what I dislike about this look is that we never see really Lupita in a skirt suit. There's something about a skirt suit, I think, on a movie star that seems very contrived and very sort of overstyled and very sort of unlike who they are. We never see her like this, so it feels like her stylist said, you know what, let's try something different. And they tried this, and it looks good, but I feel like it's forcing her to be maybe something that she's not.
Okay. Carol, do you agree with what Annabelle is saying? I mean, for personalities and their signature look and trying to be different and move away from what people identify them with, is this safe? Did this work on Lupita? Or as Annabelle said, is this not something that people are not too familiar with on her?
Well, the look is great. I mean, it's very on trend. It's definitely a winter kind of look. I just feel like it's something Lupita would wear, but 15 years from now. I feel like it ages her, because it's more like a 47 to 50-year-old kind of look. Yes. And I just feel like there's something about how the fit is. I mean, when she took off the blazer and she did the interview, the View, it had really beautiful detailing, and we missed seeing all of that because of how she covered it. And maybe the thing that makes it even older is the handbag, because it's extremely, extremely dated. I mean, my mother had a bag just like that, and she's in her 50s. So, I mean, vintage can come back, I get that, but there's something about this look, the way it's been put together, that it's a little off for me.
Okay. And Ian?
I would prefer the skirt a bit smaller and tighter, because she's got a beautiful body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Please talk to us. Talk to us about Lupita's look using the hashtag #FashionWatch. And up next, let's take a look at what was happening. Okay, so this, you remember, is Liz Ogumbo from last week. A lot of your feedback came in saying that she took over the show, that Ian, for the first time, was a bit quiet. I'm not too sure about that. So this is Liz Ogumbo at her musical affair. You remember she talked about merging fashion and music, and this was held at the Dusit. And I want to talk about what Liz wore. Her look, this was last night. I'll start with you, Ian.
I wish we could see the shoes.
It's a nude shoe, if I remember correctly in the photo. It's a nude pump.
I think she looks okay, not stunning. Not stunning. I mean, it was her show. She looks good, passable.
Okay, Carol. Remember Liz retorting to you that she doesn't do trends. So is this trendy? Is this just Liz?
Well, there is a sheer bottom, actually, if you look at it. From the knee going downwards, it's actually sheer. And the fabric, I think, has really beautiful detailing. But the thing is, I feel like because of her color and the hair and the color of the fabric, then her features disappear. And I wish she had had a pop of more color, maybe with the shoe or with the lip, because the lipstick is nude, and the outfit is nude, and the shoe is nude. So if there was just a little more color, something to bring her out. Yeah.
Okay. And Annabelle, we know Liz is a showgirl. She says she wants to step out looking like that showgirl. Is this befitting of her on this night, which was her night, really? Did she disappear in the crowd? Is this a winning look?
Yeah, I mean, Liz, she's a bold, over-the-top character. And what's refreshing to see here is that her look is actually quite tame, you know. I like the way she's gone classic here. She's worn a classic silhouette, a little bit of a fishtail. It's a gown. She warned us that you had to be sort of in red carpet. And she's appropriately in red carpet wear. I like to see a classic silhouette. I like to see a person with a big personality wear something that's really sort of tame. And I think actually she's nailed it. I think she looks really great.
Okay. She looked great, Robert?
Being her event, she did not put her dress where her mouth was. She would get lost in a crowd of two people. I would have expected something better because she's quite a classy woman, and I don't think...
I think this is a classy dress.
No,
I don't
not
think there's anything
for
not
a guest,
classy.
yes, but not being
Did she
the
perform in
person.
this? I hope not.
I'm sure she performed something shorter. But I'm saying, being the owner of the function, she should have come out in a more elaborate way. This is what I would expect out of every 10 people who go for a red carpet event in this country, 8 would wear like that.
And I wish Liz was here to respond to you.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
glad
sure she
she's
will.
not.
Anyway, Liz, you look amazing. So let's proceed and see what else was happening. This again at Liz Ogumbo's event last night, and this is Yvonne Odhiambo. You know her from Afro Street, and this is what, I don't know if this was part of Liz's collection or if this is what she chose to wear for this event. That's Yvonne. But let's talk about the accessories, the styling, and just everything about this particular gown. Carol.
But first of all, what I love most about this is the expression of sexuality that she brought to the red carpet. I find Kenyan women are very conservative when it comes to showing that, or either they go overboard or they don't know how to regulate, or they can't find their thing, the thing that makes you sexy and interesting. And Yvonne has definitely found it. And the accessory is even very strategically placed, because that entire outfit is nude and you want to cover the, well, can I say nipple area? And so that's specifically why. So it's not just there to look good, it's actually there to serve a function. And at the same time, she gets to, she gets to be half naked without being naked.
Okay. Okay, Annabelle.
I adore this look. I mean, it's not a ready-to-wear street look, but this is the kind of look that you expect to see at a fashion event. This is one of Liz's collection. Okay. It's sheer, like many of her showgirl clothes. We've already talked about Liz being a showgirl, and this is the epitome of that showgirl over-the-top aesthetic. And it's on a model, it's not on a real person per se. I think it's superbly styled. I love the way the lip color references the shoe color. I love the bold accessory. I love the layers of sheer. This is perfection. It's on a model, but it's perfection.
Okay, Robert.
Sorry, you said sexuality. I don't think sexuality should be revealing too much. I think the top part, perfectly fantastic. You can look sexy without showing too much.
Oh, no, no.
Oh, yes,
no,
you can.
No, no, no.
So, for example,
Yvonne has got beautiful legs.
I'm not talking about Yvonne. I'm talking about the outfit.
That's why she did it artistically.
And that's why
she
the legs are okay, but we have seen too much about the leg.
You actually have not seen
on somebody
I've
else.
not seen what?
You actually can't see anything. That's what I'm saying.
I can see it on TV.
The accessories are there to obscure anything else that
The
you
top
think
part
you
is
might
okay. I'm looking at the waist down.
Well, either you go top or you go bottom, and she's followed the rules.
Okay, what I disagree with you saying sexuality because it reveals.
No, I said
woman?
expressing a sexuality. You have a very limited perspective of sexuality, it would seem.
No, but you are saying revealing is sexuality. It's not.
Oh, Lord.
Absolutely not. I stand on my guns and I say it is not.
Although I don't think this is about, this is fashion. This is not about sexuality. This is about...
She used the word sexuality, I didn't.
But I find it to be the case. I find it to be
I think you're wrong.
It's all right. Okay. Okay. You can come to my red carpet party. That's all right.
Moving on swiftly.
Yes, and as we proceed, and remember, we call him Pastor Robert on the show. So he will never advocate for anything that's too revealing, and we understand that.
No, Yvonne, you look beautiful.
Fantastic.
What do you think, guys? Let us know. The hashtag is Fashion Watch.
Someone tell Robert.
Okay. And moving on, let's take a look at what was happening. This again at the same event. This is Sir Henry and his wife Aisha. Tuxedo. Remember, Liz said this is a red carpet event. Red carpet. And she actually emphasized on the fact that she wanted people to turn up dressed for the red carpet. I'll start with you, Carol. Henry and his wife there, did they bring it?
Well, they definitely did. I mean, red carpet, definitely. And also, it's really good to see a man wearing a tux and pulling it off, and it fits exactly the way it should. It hits all the right marks. It's absolutely perfect from head to toe. Her look matches his. It's a kind of a his and hers kind of look, and it's also a little conservative. I think she broke the pop of black with something else, so they look like they're together, but they don't look matchy-matchy. I think it's a win for me.
Okay, great. Ian?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Robert?
Sir Henry, for me, has been the best dressed male in this country for the last 15 years. and I cannot fault that look at all.
So none of us are faulting this look. Annabelle, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with everybody. You know, Kenyans, take note. This is what you do when you are attending a red carpet event. Keep it classic. Like, don't do too much. There's not much to do. Just wear a nice tux and have your date kind of match you. Black is always a safe color, and this is perfection again.
Good. Okay, great. What else was happening? Let's take a look. So this is Sunday. Carol, did you go? This is a concourse. I didn't go.
No,
I didn't make it there. So this is an outdoor event, and again, just looking at the girls there in their little flirty dresses. Annabelle, let's talk about how to step out on a sunny Sunday afternoon for an event like this. If you're conservative and you're not into, you know, the little dresses and whatever. Okay, let's just talk about this look for starters.
I mean, the name of the event is called Concours d'Élégance, which basically translates as a fashion parade or a fashion competition. It's a concours. It's a show. And the dress code for this kind of thing is that it's a daytime event, but you're really supposed to show some level of elegance. I feel like the ladies are dressed okay. They look like they're going to, I don't know, a Saturday shopping trip, as opposed to, you know, a dressed up concours. I feel like the length of their dresses, mini dresses, I feel like are a little sort of not sophisticated. There's nothing wrong with showing a little leg, of course. You know, I'm team show your body. But I feel like
I didn't think he's had any
no. He's rubbing off. He's definitely not rubbing off on me. I'm team show your body, but I think when you're showing your body, like, have a perspective. I feel like summer dresses are not enough of a show to say that you're at Concours d'Élégance. I think you have to put a little more effort in.
Okay, Robert, do you feel they put in effort, or
I think they look good for a Sunday afternoon, sunny. I think they look good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carol.
Well, I mean, the dress code said something about a day at the races like royalty. And when you look at how royalty dress at the races, it's almost a formal affair. And there is nothing that is, you know, above the knee. It actually tends to be below the knee, and they tend to frown upon platform heels. It's very, very conservative and completely, you know, it's actually very difficult to pull off. It makes it harder for people to get dressed for events like that. But with Concours, because it was outside, it was Kenya, and it was a very, you know, there was a lot of walking, so you needed to find very comfortable shoes to wear. I love the lady who's wearing black, by the way, incidentally, from head to toe. I love that she's pulled off a look, the pop of color with the blue edges. I think that's an interesting look. It's very difficult to wear something short, though, because if you're outdoors, you might need to sit on the grass, and that makes it harder if you're wearing clothes that are not going to allow you to perform that function. So for me, that's the error that is here. It depends on where they're sitting. It depends on what the invite said. Maybe they're on the VIP list. That's different because there's a sitting area. But for most people, if you wear an outfit like this, it's harder to navigate your way around the open grass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ian, for you, elegant, not too much thought put into this. What do you think?
Well, for a summer event out in the sun, that is fine. But for Concours, no. I've judged costume at Concours for the past 5 or so years, and this really does not pass for costume for Concours.
Okay. All right. Marcy, do we have anything else? Okay, so this gentleman, again, at the same event. Robert, I want to get your thoughts on this. Look, again, we're talking about men in color. And I suppose the same applies for pants. So this dash of color on
for
his
the jacket. Where should give it back to him?
Yeah, give him the jacket.
In complete
No, it won't fit him.
On the little bag, of course.
No, the bag must go.
That's a gift bag.
No, it must go. As a man, you cannot take a photo with a gift bag at all. It's, in fact, criminal.
Are you
In
serious?
fact, it's worse that it matches the trouser. Put that thing at the back and take the photo, because now it makes you lose your masculinity. Now, the trouser is good. I mean, the guy definitely goes to the gym. But now, the shoes, I wish the shoes were a different color. It's too red, whatever you call it, and if you had black, and now to make it worse, maybe just pick that gift bag from someone. If only he put the gift bag aside on the side and had a dark colored shoe, he would have passed.
Ian, so you've judged costume at this event for the last I don't know how many years. So this guy, epic fail, or he?
Well, for Concours, this is a definite fail for Concours. Yes, definite, that's a fail.
Okay, so Carol, what look ideally would guys then go for at such events? I suppose, I don't know, for ladies it's easier, but for the guys, wear what?
Well, he started off well. It's just that the finishing wasn't as strong as it could have been. If probably he would have worn a blazer on top of this. You can actually wear chinos, just no jeans at all, no casual shoes. That's a disaster waiting to happen. If you can wear a waistcoat and casual pants and you know how to layer, then it can work for you as a man. You don't have to be necessarily in a three-piece suit that matches this and that in order for you to get into that space, because that's a little too formal again. For me, I actually think he struck the balance between being formal and casual properly. And so even if you're saying it's not the right look, I just think that it's just the sizing that probably makes the difference in his case. Because everything else, I mean, the tweed waistcoat is fine. He needs to find someone to fit him with shirts that, you know, are not uncomfortable to wear, because that doesn't just fit tightly. It actually, you can't move. You literally can't move.
I think he tore it when he went home.
But, you know, I think he's found that casual spot, because if you go there dressed too formally and everybody is not so formal, then you also tend to look ridiculous, even though you actually follow the dress code.
But the shoes, no.
Well, no.
No, shoes, no. Shoes go with the belt.
Hopefully you have a different point of view.
I mean, again, event organizers, help the people who attend your events. Like, just help the people. Like, make it clear what the dress code is so that there's no guesswork. Because here you see a man who's just struggled to guess what to wear. He's got a great body, so there's really no reason for him to work that hard for an outfit. It just feels like an outfit that hasn't been considered. It feels like it's thrown together. It doesn't have a perspective. It doesn't match. So really, I don't blame him. I blame the event organizers.
He shouldn't have been allowed in.
Liz, who was here last week, was very clear about her dress code. Let people be clear. Tell them it's like the royal ascot. It's the polo, you know. Wear tea-length skirts, wear florals, wear pastels. Make it clear so that people don't end up on this show.
For the wrong reason.
Okay. Yeah, food for thought. And hashtag is Fashion Watch. Again, same event, Ankara, cropped top, pants. Okay, so let's talk about Ankara and start with Annabelle and this look and just whether she pulled it off or whether she could have done better. I don't know. What do you think is going on here? Do you like it?
Yes, again, same event, wildly different dress code. Everybody's just doing whatever they feel like. Obviously, African print is always a classic thing that you should always, you know, revert back to. If in doubt, African print usually works. In this case, I feel like it didn't work. The coordinates, when you wear pattern upon pattern, is trendy if done right. I feel like this would have served her figure better if she'd worn a pencil skirt as opposed to pants. I like the fact that she's wearing bold print and has really sort of toned down on the accessories, so just the print speaks for itself. But again, I feel like if she'd worn a pencil skirt, it would have been more befitting of the Concours d'Elegance.
Robert?
Nothing vavavoom about it. I think she's played very, very safe. And the only thing I can notice is the CBA logo at the back.
Bob? Yeah, I don't know.
She's played very safe. Extremely safe.
And nothing there for you?
What Carol has said, I think...
So not a head turner?
No. From what Carol said, I think people should have made more effort.
Okay. Carol, this look on this lady, and of course for the ladies that love African print, how could this look have been worn better, or did she just do it right?
Well, if you're going for an event like this and you're wearing African print, minimize the amount of print you're wearing and then pair it with a very neutral color. So if she's wearing this, you should have gone with something darker or something that's just one single color to balance out the look so that it's not excessive. And then I find that a lot of ladies like wearing this this almost like what are they called? But it's this kind of look, this no sleeveless, no straps. That look is very risky if you're wearing it at a function where you're required to again sit on the grass, or you know, in fact, things like jumpsuits and this kind of fit is actually not even permissible in an enclosure if you're an invited guest at the races. So it actually doesn't fit with the protocol at that, you know, so it doesn't work for me.
Okay. And of course, Ian, again, do you agree with Carol's thoughts in terms of protocol?
Concours, it's a no. It's a no-no for Concours.
Okay, Kenyans, so next year, you know what to do.
Yeah, they won't go.
They'll stay home. Oh, so this is an image that's been trending for weeks now. Michelle Obama did it once again, that gown that everybody has been talking about. I want to get your thoughts on it, Robert.
Well, I think she brought her A game. The dress fits her body very well, and when you see the man standing by her side, is a man saying, without really mentioning the words, that, you know what, I have a wife and a half. So, and they both look fantastic. I think, is it Annabelle who said both black and his and hers kind of thing? I think they look fantastic.
Okay.
Yes.
Annabelle, Michelle Obama.
I think she just works out too much. I mean, I look at this. I'm serious. That's just an observation. When ladies work out, I think Carol Odero should be the standard measure, because her shoulder blades
are what?
Are too pronounced.
You mean she's bigger than Obama?
Obama looks good in his suit and the coat. That's my humble opinion.
Well,
but the dress is absolutely fantastic. Dressed her body very well, and the man standing by her side is a very proud chap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Annabelle.
I mean, the two pictures that we have all been unanimous about how flawless they are both tuxedo, black, classic looks. So don't reinvent the wheel. Just do what works for you, and that's black, and not necessarily black, but classic. Michelle Obama is wearing a custom Vera Wang gown for a state visit from the Chinese first president and his first lady. And I think Michelle Obama looks flawless. I think she looks like a tall, like she's more perfect than we've seen her look before. And I love the fact that first ladies tend to be super conservative, especially for state visits. And you see her sort of, with longer hair, with the, off the shoulder, the bare shoulder. I mean, this is a first lady who's so confident that she doesn't even feel like she needs to really, maintain those sort of presidential standards. She's just doing her. And she looks literally flawless.
Okay, Carol, and for the First Lady of the United States, the off-shoulder and then the peak of the cleavage, you can see a bit of the cleavage as well. Both or one would have been better. What do you think?
In this case, it works perfectly, because everything else about the look is very, very closed off, so to speak. And Robert, actually, I have to say, there is more than one way for a woman to be beautiful, and sometimes you might just have broad shoulders naturally, and then you work out and, it just kind of forms them better. She just has really great shoulders and really great shoulders. Yes. What I like about this look, the fact that this is the best I've actually ever seen her. It's always been believed that Michelle Obama makes statements with her outfit. So she picks a designer to make a political statement, or either it gets overanalyzed. In this case, because she's wearing an American designer, people just choose for that to mean something that it probably doesn't. In this case, it's a look that is beautiful. She looks flawless. She is elegant. She's finally deciding to just wear what she wants, as opposed to what people think she should look like. And this is just her coming into her own, just in time, I think, for them to exit the White House.
Okay, great. And of course, Ian, your comment?
Beautiful.
Yeah. Great. Okay, so let's take your tweets, guys. We're getting a lot of your tweets, and let's see what you have to say. This is Shiko. Can I wear a short velvet dress with ankle boots? Yeah, the shirt looks good on the president. I like. Jerry, I love Lupita's look. It changes as good as a rest, though I agree that it ages her. Frederick, there's nothing wrong with Yvonne. You want what you're wearing to say something about you. Okay. So let's talk about the ankle boots. Annabelle, you talk about boots and winter boots and summer boots, and so she talked about the velvet dress and the boots. I think the thing here is that, I don't know, evening, daytime, I don't know, she didn't specify, but what do you think?
Well, of course, it depends on her body type. Velvet is obviously, textured. It's very heavy, so you have to be careful that velvet is more flattering on slimmer people. But I like the idea of wearing a mini dress with a boot because it's a nice contrast to wear something really feminine with something a little more butch. So I would say yes, but it also depends on your body type. So send us a twit pic of how you look.
Okay, great. And that's all the time we had, guys. And we thank you so much for your feedback. Every Saturday, catch us right here on the Fashion Watch with the Fashion Watch experts. And that's all the time we had. Have a lovely evening, and God bless.